A biracial TikToker exposes her white mom's alleged racism, and it is making the rounds. Here it is.
My white mom is racist, but I'm mixed. And yes, you heard that right. My mom has 2 black kids and she's racist. She had multiple black partners, including my father, and they were even married at one point. As I got older, I started to realize how racist she was. She would call my friends and their moms monkeys. She said my dad was blacker than her. She called my brother's friend the hard N-word and then punched him in the face. Me and my older brother share the same mom and dad, but my younger brother is white. He was always treated a little bit differently than we were. She had bipolar disorder and she would always get real angry, and when she would get in her little modes, she would argue with everybody and just start saying a lot of racist things. My grandparents were even racist and they didn't mind her acting that way. So a lot of people be like, why did you cut off your family? Why did you cut off your family? This is not even the half. But just know everything I did was for good reason. Don't block your blessings by keeping people in your life that aren't meant to be there. Some people are just lessons.
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show. A lot of response. Put up the picture full mask. 20 years of age. TikToker Allyssa cut off her maternal family members over alleged racism. Allyssa says as she got older, she started to realize how racist her mom was based on things she would actually say. Allyssa is now a mother herself and runs a dessert business. She's been very candid about her ups and her downs on her TikTok page, where she has amassed over 100,000 followers, has a successful business enterprise. Users online would share similar experiences about their families. One said, my aunt is white. She said, just because I married this black man doesn't mean I like black people. I was like, wow. Another person said, I have biracial cousins. They have the same story to tell. According to a Pew study, in the US, a vast majority of multiracial people, roughly 90%, say they have not been mistreated by a relative or extended family member because of their mixed race background, according to a 2015 Pew study. But it does happen, and to some racial groups more than others. For example, the Pew study found that 21% of biracial adults who are white and black say they have been treated badly by relatives because of their racial background. So it seems as if she is in the, minority, if I can utilize that terminology for this story, as far as experience is concerned, but still it's in the double digits as far as experience is concerned based on the Pew Research study. Jackson, some people did criticize her for putting the business out, but most people were very supportive. What say you?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, she's 20 and that's, people put everything on social media, but there was substance behind it. So you could give her that critique, but I'm not that pressed about that, really. I think at the end of the day, this is something that people do deal with and experience. I'm biracial myself. I mean, I didn't deal with anything along those lines. But I think a lot of what can happen still is like the broader family doesn't particularly expect that to happen. And so they end up living with this shock, you know what I'm saying? That they have like half black relatives or half white relatives or whatever that may mean. So it's definitely still alive and well. But again, I mean, she's 20, so it's what people do in that age group. And in mine too, I'm 32. We do it too. So,
and it is interesting because I think we assume that when there's a biracial marriage, that everyone who is part of the family, they may not all jive. So we get that. But to have it come from the woman who birthed you, that's a what? That's ironic as hell. Once again, this comes down to the lack of love that's shown at times from parent to child if these allegations are true.